Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on King Lear. King Lear, oh Lear, the man of 1,000 temper tantrums. So we just started this yesterday. We're just in Act 1, Scene 1 right now. And today we get to hear primarily from King Lear himself, but also just a little smidge from Kent. So what's going on? We know from the very beginning of the play that Gloucester has a bastard son named Edmund. He was chatting with Kent about that. Kent is one of Lear's most trusted advisors. And then Lear comes in and he decides that, or he announces to his whole family and the court that he's retiring and he's going to split his kingdom up in 3 and divide it amongst his 3 daughters, and says, "Daughters, tell me which of you loves me the most, and whoever loves me the most gets the biggest piece of land." So the eldest daughter, Goneril, is like, "I love you so much." And he's like, "Good answer. Here's 1/3 of the kingdom." And then Regan, the second daughter, is like, "I love you so much, but even more than she does." And he's like, "Good answer. Have 1/3 of the kingdom." And then he looks to Cordelia, the youngest, who everybody knows is his favorite. And he's like, "What do you have to say?" And he's like, "Excuse me?" She's like, "Yeah, I don't have anything to say." And he's like, "That's not the right answer. So maybe you want to change that around again." And she's like, "Look, I love you the appropriate amount for a daughter to love her father. Like, my sisters have husbands, but they say they love you with all their hearts. So like, what kind of love are they giving to their husbands? And in this whole little thing, you're going to marry me off to either France or Burgundy. So aren't I supposed to love them some? How can I love them at all if I love you completely? So this is the way that a daughter is supposed to love her dad." And he's like, "Are you serious?" She says, "Yes, I'm being honest. This is the truth." And he says, "Let it be so. Thy truth then be thy dower. For by the sacred radiance of the sun, the miseries of Hecate and the night, by all the operation of the orbs from whom we do exist and cease to be, here I disclaim all my paternal care, propinquity, and property of blood, and as a stranger to my heart and me, hold thee from this forever. The barbarous Scythian, or he that makes his generation messes to gorge his appetite, shall to my bosom be as well neighbored, pitied, and relieved as thou, my sometime daughter. Good my liege, peace, Kent, come not between the dragon and his wrath. I loved her most, and thought to set my rest on her kind nursery. Hence, and avoid my sight. So be my grave my pieces. Here I give her father's heart from her. Call France. Who stirs? Call Burgundy. Cornwall and Albany, with my 2 daughters' dowers, digest the 3rd. Let pride, which she calls plainness, marry her. I do invest you jointly with my power, preeminence, and all the large effects that troop with majesty. Ourself, by monthly course, with reservation of 100 knights, by you to be sustained, shall our abode make with you by due turn. Only we shall retain the name and all the addition to a king. The sway, revenue, execution of the rest, beloved sons, be yours, which, to confirm, this coronet part between you." So, he doesn't approve of Cordelia's answer, so he disowns her. That's the way that he handles it when she says that she loves him the appropriate amount. He disowns her and says that the scum that he scrapes off the floor is going to be more dear to him than his daughter, who didn't want to kiss his butt. So Kent steps in to try to be like, hang on just a second. You might be acting a little bit rash. And he's like, "I am not being rash. This is crazy. She is gone. Let's get France and Burgundy in here so we can be done with her. And my other 2 daughters, Goneril and Regan, who gave the right answers, now I'm just splitting my kingdom in 2. And Goneril and your husband, you get half. Regan and your husband, you get half. And what I'm going to do as king now, I'm just going to be retired, me and 100 of my knights who have fought with me and been by my side through my entire reign as king. 100 of my closest friends and I are going to stay 1 month with you and then 1 month with you, and that's going to be my retirement. So here, take the crown, all of the rest of it. Like, I'm still going to keep the name of king, but all of the responsibilities belong to you. is what King Lear is saying here. Kent isn't quite done with that yet, and Kent is a fan of Cordelia and wants to remind King Lear that he was once a fan of Cordelia, so he's got some things to say, and we will hear what those things are tomorrow. I will see you then for more King Lear. Mwah.